Hey everyone, it's Sherry here. Sorry to come to you so late, but this is important and I thought I'd put it in your thoughts these days. So we're just a couple weeks left and January will be over. So 3 tips for getting on top of your bookkeeping. And if you have a small business or even a big business, hi Becky, and you want to have some tips on getting your bookkeeping up to date and staying on top of it. Have you ever looked at your records and you just kind of go, oh my God, I've got a pile this high to enter. Where am I going to start? It's such a mess. And so if you can, if you have a daily method of operation and or even a journal, put in your journal that today I'm going to enter the receipts that whether I went out and bought some stuff for my business or say I have a company, I'm going to go in and I'm responsible for keeping the books up to date, bookkeeping wise. I'm going to enter today's receipts and get on top of them. Sometimes, yes, life does get in the way and maybe you have to do it tomorrow. But make it a goal to, even if you enter 1 or 2 things today, you're that much further ahead. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, and I've done bookkeeping for many years. And when anybody that's worked with me, I taught them this skill because I've gone through the hassle of picking up a piece of paper and you got 100 of them on your desk and you go, did I enter this? I can't remember if I entered this. Oh, I haven't filed it yet, but did I enter it? So, simple. Take a highlighter or even a crayon or even a red pen, and if you don't have a stamp, this will work. Just put a slash right across the paper, and at a glance, without even looking at it and who it's for or anything, you know that slash across the paper means I posted it. So if anybody's worked with me, they'll know I put a color, and then we get a color when we do bookkeeping, so that'll make you happy. You know, you could put an initial on it, but if it's your own books, just put a slash and you know it's entered. A tip on that one is if you're getting those little, say a fuel receipt, and it's that printed ink on the fuel card or that little receipt, if you highlight it with a highlighter and you go back in a year or 2, the numbers have disappeared. So you might even just want to take a red pen and put a slash through it. Or a crayon, what the heck, if you want to color, whatever's handy. So basically, you want to try and enter things once a week, or daily's best, but make a goal to do it on a week. If you can download your banking information or your credit card information, there's a lot of banks out there that you can click and they'll upload right into your programs. All depends what program you're running. But the more you can balance it and stay on top of it, the better. Yes, balancing your bank accounts, your credit cards is important. Don't rely on your accountant to do it for you. Some will balance it, but the onus will come back on you, not the accountant. So make sure you turn around and you make sure everything's in there if that's your job. If you're paying your accountant to do it, well, they'll gladly take your money and do it. So it's whatever you need to do. Now, and the reason you want to balance everything monthly, so you miss a $5 receipt here and there, an expense, a travel, a gas. Well, that's minor, but think of it in the big scale. What if you missed a $50,000 entry and GST on it, if you're Canadian, and you didn't claim that refund back, your accountant didn't know about it, and you missed it? Little things add up. So that's why it's important to balance, to make sure you're not missing something that you truly can write off. And, if you're a farmer, you want to make sure you enter everything. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Balance your banks. That's the other tip. And there's tons more. If you have any questions or you need help, feel free to reach out to me. There's many accounting programs out there, but the big thing is record them. As you record them, put them in a file. Like if they're all credit card receipts, put them with a file called that credit card receipt. And then when your statement comes in, you can match them up to them and make sure you didn't miss anything. If you miss it, go and enter them. Your bank checks, your stuff like that, your checks, you can put them all together. If you still write checks, maybe you have debit receipts. And debit receipts, when you're bank statement comes in or you print it off online, turn around, staple it to, double check you haven't missed anything. Because nobody wants to pay more taxes than they have to. So if you don't enter it, Revenue Canada will say, well, that's not their problem. So, and if you don't enter sales, they'll come after you. So you want to make sure you enter all your sales. Hi, Sabine. I think down under, I still know you have to do taxes, but they'll probably, taxes I'm sure are the same no matter what country we're in. So there's a few quick tips on getting your books up to date. Make it part of your daily DMO. Whatever you do that day, if you can just take half an hour and enter them, you're on top of the game. Turn around, file them in a filing folder, and they're already posted. When your statements comes in, you can balance them, and you know what? When it comes time to send it to the accountant or to file your own tax returns online, you just feel so much better because you're not bogged down by this mountain of paper that you have trouble. You put everything in front of it and can do anything else in the house but it. Do it daily so it's done, it's behind you. Yay, and celebrate on Fridays that you did it because you're ahead of the game and you feel good about it. So those are some of my tips on bookkeeping. So yes, I've been a bookkeeper for many years, Sabine, and yeah, I know better. I got my books caught up till July. Then my computer blew up. I'm like, but we saved it. So I still have to get caught up too. So I have to listen to my own advice. Bye, everyone.